Gonococcus Vaccines. Christmas and Wasserman have shown that gonococci produce only an endotoxin derived from dead and disintegrated microorganisms. Thus, the toxin may be measured in units of bacteria. Accordingly, one speaks of a solution containing 20 million or 1 billion dead gonococci, meaning a solution containing the toxins of that number of dead bacteria. The vaccine is sold in vials containing 20 million to 500 million dead gonococci to the CC. Autogenous and stock vaccines, Teague and Torrey, have shown that the serum of an animal immunized to one strain of gonococcus does not cause fixation of complement when tested against an antigen obtained from another strain. Following up this line of investigation, Torrey was able to differentiate 11 strains of gonococci in New York City, and most of the stock vaccines now sold are from a mixture of these 11 strains. It is difficult to compare the efficacy of autogenous and stock vaccines on a scientific basis. Autogenous vaccines have the advantage of giving a definite product distinctly and certainly applicable to a given case, but they have the disadvantage of requiring from 2 to 4 days preparation. We cannot get them at the time when we most need them. Local pain from the injection is slight, local inflammatory reaction rare. General toxic or febrile reactions are not unusual if the vaccine treatment is begun at a high dose or pushed rapidly, but the discomfort of a reaction accompanied by a temperature of 103 degrees Fahrenheit and lasting not more than 12 hours is the most that may be expected. Dosage. The vaccines have been employed at an average dose of 10 million to 20 million, increased to a maximum of 50 million. Such doses are too small. One should begin at 40 million or, in acute cases, 60 million, and increase by 20 million or more at each dose, unless the symptoms are controlled or the reaction is marked, until a dose of 200 million is reached. Only in exceptional cases is it necessary to go higher than this. The injections are given into the muscle. They should not be repeated oftener than every other day. Results. Gonococcus vaccines have been employed in various classes of cases, viz. In localized gonorrhea, acute urethritis, chronic urethritis, vulvovaginitis, in complications of local gonorrhea, epididymitis, in systemic gonorrhea, acute arthritis or iritis, chronic arthritis, sepsis. Localized gonorrhea. So long as gonorrhea remains localized upon the genital and urinary mucous membranes, it excites no systemic reaction and is seemingly uninfluenced by the injection of vaccines. Individual instances of the cessation of an intractable gonorrhea under the administration of vaccines prove nothing. Chronic gonorrhea is, as a rule, quite uninfluenced by the vaccine treatment. I have not even noted an increase in the gonococci in the urethral discharge, though certain continental authorities rely upon the vaccine to excite a discharge if gonococci are present. Focal reaction. Genital complications. It is my practice whenever a gonorrheic develops fever or any symptoms suggestive of acute epididymal, prostatic, or periurethral complications to administer 50 million gonococci and to follow this 2 days later by the same dose if all is well, by double the dose if the symptoms continue. One may thus perhaps abort the threatened complications. When the metastatic, e.g. epididymal, focus is established, however, I have seen no positive good result from vaccine. Systemic gonorrhea. The vaccine treatment finds its most rational application in the treatment of systemic gonorrhea. Thus, many authorities rely upon frequent injections of from 50 million to 500 million killed gonococci. I at one time believed in this treatment, but a large experience at Bellevue Hospital has left me utterly skeptical. In the second place, the painful lesion of many so-called cases of chronic gonorrheal arthritis is an organic one, an exostosis or a change in ligament or synovial membrane due to a gonococcal inflammation that has passed and preeminently unsuited to any vaccine treatment. Gonorrheal septicemia sometimes reacts brilliantly, sometimes not at all. Autogenous vaccines should be used if possible.